Hello and welcome to a video that we're going to be doing today. It's going to be all of the Lego Star Wars diorama sets. These sets I actually really like. They're very detailed, very small scale, easy to store. So that's something I decided that I was going to collect them all. I don't know the order which these released, but I'm just gonna kind of start off with whichever ones I feel like. This one here is the trash compactor scene. Each one comes with the cool little quote here. One thing's for sure, we're all gonna be a lot thinner. That's directly from the movie. These are really cool sets. This one particularly can compact just as though it were a trash compactor. Something here is conflicting, but you can see they did a really nice job here with how everything looks still pretty junky and like a trash compactor, and then as it gets closer and more squishy, everything just really gets piled up with the trash. So it's really neat how that looks. Everything's so carefully plotted out on where they wanted it to be. I like that little hose in the middle that kind of just bends with it. You get a decent amount of characters with this set as well, which is a little surprising. We have Princess Leia here, Luke, Han Solo, and Chewbacca. I'm not really a figure critic. I know people will complain about the prince and blah blah blah. I don't really care about that. But in the back here, you also have C-3PO and R2-D2 kind of hiding out. Obviously, they unlock the door, and so that's kind of what that's symbolizing. But just a really cool touch that they added that they really didn't particularly need to. So really neat. I don't think they have a depiction of the trash compactor monster. I know that's a big part of the movie, but he's not depicted here, at least not as... Oh, I lied. I think he's right here, maybe. I don't know if that's supposed to be him right here or not, but maybe not. Anyways, that's kind of the first one that I have here. Pretty nice. Next one is the Death Star trench run. This one's really wide, actually. When you think about it, it's kind of lacking a lot of pieces on like the sides and vertically, so it kind of makes up for it a little bit with how wide it is. As you can see, significantly wider than the other one anyways. Really cool little depiction. I love on this X-Wing how they got the little R2-D2 piece. It's such a small scale, but everything is so well done. You can clearly tell what everything is here. This one, the quote, "The Force is strong with this one," by Darth Vader. Here you have Darth Vader's TIE Fighter and his 2 escorts, and this one being Luke. Oops. They can kind of swivel around on this little piece underneath. Pretty nifty. The gun can not. Oh yeah, it does. The gun can swivel. It's not really meant to, I guess, because that nearly just popped off when I did. But it's a lot of just extra junk. You know, you don't know what any of this stuff is, but it looks so good because if you've seen the movies or played any games, you know that's exactly what it looks like. Just so many components and structures that you really just, you don't know what they all do. And so that's exactly the vibe that you get with this one as well. So really cool little depiction, diorama. Next up, we have the Yoda's Swamp. Here it is. So the swamp, we'll put it up a little closer. I am getting a little sick, so if I sound sniffly in the microphone, I'm sorry. I am sick from the screaming children outside. If you can also hear those. They are, yeah. Anyways, over here we have just a little, the swamp. The set's a little bit dustier. Sorry if that was loud and obnoxious, but up front here you got little Yoda. You have Luke doing a handstand using the Force. R2-D2 here, the little lantern, the flashlight, and the X-Wing that's partially sunken into the swampy water. So that's what you have here. The tree is really cool. It looks exactly like a swamp tree. His little hut. There's a little snake here in the corner. So, if we go on the other side here, you can see, you might not actually be able to see because it's pretty dark in there. My piece is not pushed down all the way. Awkward. Let's try to get some light in there, angled a little differently. It's Yoda's little house. I'm actually trying to remember if the roof can come off, because I personally do not remember. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I don't think so. So we're gonna just kind of get a peek inside. There's not much going on. There's like a little pot with his little kitchen. You can see his little kitchen pot, and then over there is his bed, and hanging above him is his lightsaber. I don't actually see a blade for it, which is interesting. Yoda's blade was not included in this set. That little pyramid on the counter there in the back above his bed, I'm guessing that is a Jedi holocron, which is cool. Yeah, that's interesting that they did not give Yoda's lightsaber a blade. So, that is the set here. Very cool, very nice little depiction of the swamp. Next set here. I can't wait till they come out with more of these. They're really neat sets. I really enjoy them. Oh, I forgot the quote on that one. The quote on that one is, "Do or do not. There is no try." That's Yoda's saying. Over here we have the Death Star throne room. I am a Jedi, like my father before me. So this one really plain. There's nothing too incredible about it. It's, in a way it's lacking detail, but that's not really the Lego's fault. It's the environment. It's a very plain room, and that's the way it was meant to be. But you got these little reactor thingies. When I built this set, I don't like how they don't have like a locking point. These things can just, let me try to show you. They can just move and go wherever you want them to, and you kind of have to eyeball it. So I didn't like that because it left me questioning whether or not I spaced them correctly. But that's okay. You only get 3 characters with this set, considering this is the most expensive one out of all of them, and I thought that was kind of weird. Not really. My personal opinion on this set is it's not worth $100. I don't know what Lego's thinking. They're taking advantage of consumerism. People want Legos, they like them, and they buy them. And so Lego is naming their price, which is pretty jacked up. So people such as you, and if you're watching this video, I would recommend waiting till they go on sale. Don't buy them straight out of the gate, because that might send a message to Lego and realize they're being greedy, which in my opinion they completely are with this Lego set. My personal opinion, something like this big, should cost no more than like 40 bucks. Honestly, I paid 80 for it, which is still way more than it should be. But 100 bucks is just absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, that's my rant on that set. The little window, pretty cool looking. Really neat. And you have underneath the steps here, kind of difficult to access. I don't think they did the best job with the studs there. They added too much connection, because there's supposed to be an easy way to get to his stupid electricity bolts. And you can see how difficult that was just to do that. But there's this electricity hidden down there. Yeah, it definitely holds on a little bit too well. Unlike these things that just pop off without a problem. And you don't really, I mean, I guess you could take that off if you don't want them there. But I don't know why they made that pull off so easy. But yeah, there's the throne room. Nothing real fancy about it. Next up, we have this one, which is the last one. The quote here, quick, jam their comm links, center switch. Don't actually remember them saying that at all, but that's okay. This one's really tall, as you can see, or I guess you can't see because it's so tall. Something about this set, I don't like the angle on the speeder bikes. You're virtually hiding them. I feel like if they just tweaked it a little bit, I would prefer that much better. And I fiddled around with the piece there, tried to get it at just the right angle. It's not possible from what I can tell. But it's, yeah, that's the way it is. Just lots of plants, vegetation in this set, which is cool. But overall, I find it pretty simple. It's a very simple set. There's nowhere to store their lightsabers or their guns for when they're on their speeder bikes. And, you know, because they can't really sit down on the thing because they only have one hand on the handlebars, and it just looks goofy. So I think if they provided some sort of way to put them somewhere, you could make the scene a little bit more realistic, because I'm not going to store my pieces somewhere different. I'm going to keep them with the set. And that's what I've done. The dude's barely holding on to his speeder bike, and he's got the lightsaber in his hand, which looks goofy. Again, with this one, way too much money. They're asking for $80 on this. Absolutely ridiculous. I paid $60. I would recommend maybe, again, like $40, $30. It's just, yeah, it's too much. They realize how much people like these sets, and they are choosing to make the price way higher than it should be. I think I paid like $50, $60 for that one, another $40 for this one, and this one I paid like, that was the most. I think I paid $70. And so, you know, it's just, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that. I really like the sets. I really like Lego. I don't like greed. Those are my thoughts. Let me know if you had any questions. Thank you for watching.